Hi, this is Jessica Taylor from Ink It Up with Jessica. In this video, I want to show you the new Stampin' Up! Spring catalog and give you a little tour of it, as well as show you some of the new products that are in this catalog. Sometimes seeing them on the printed pages and seeing them in person or on video can be a little different. So first, I'm just going to open it up to the inside pages and start with the Delicate Details Lace Tape. Now this comes in two little rolls because there are two different designs that you get in one pack. And like it says, this is just tape. So when you unroll it, it's almost like a sticker. It's like a long sticker roll. So you can just cut off what you need, and then it has adhesive on the back so that you can just stick it on your projects. And again, that comes together with two different designs. So that's kind of fun. The next thing that I want to show you, there's so much fun stuff in here, but one of the things I really liked was this honeycomb embossing folder. So you can see the embossing folder here, and it gives you a honeycomb texture. Now if you use cardstock or paper that has a different colored core, you can sand this down a little bit and that will look really cool. If you're wondering the size of the hexagons, the inside of the hexagon is about 5/8 inches. The outside is about 3/4 inches. So if you have a hexagon punch, Stampin' Up! Does not carry one, but if you have a hexagon punch, that's the size that you would need. It's 5/8 inches for the inside of that. There's also some creped filter paper. I have not had a chance to play with that yet, but it sounds fun, and I'm sure there's some great techniques that can be used. The large rhinestone basic jewels are large. I'm going to show you the pack here. You can see that these are really large rhinestones and probably too big for a card that you want to put in the mail. But they're great for other projects. I especially think they would be great if you were making a framed piece. They would look really cool for that. Some great new stamp sets. This Artesian Embellishments kit is fun if you're into kind of a vintage look, and it also has some designer series paper. I wanted to show you just one of the pieces in that. There are some laser cut sheets in there with hearts that you can cut apart. These would be so fun for Valentine's. Always some great designs in there, and it tells you right underneath what colors coordinate with the designer series paper, so I love that. I also had to get the Hearts Aflutter bundle. I love that there are some stamp sets with coordinated framelit dies, and now they come in bundles so that you can save 15% when you buy them both at the same time. So I got the Hearts Aflutter bundle, and you can definitely watch for some samples made with that. There's some new Builder brads that are quite elegant. Some more colors of the Coordinations cardstock. Again, I was talking about seeing the core of it with that honeycomb embossing folder, and you can see that in the sample here. The first thing on my list when I got this was this Bitty Butterfly punch, and it's just like all the other punches, but it layers beautifully on top of the elegant butterfly punch that is in the main Stampin' Up! Catalog. So love that. I had to have this Beyond Plaid background. I thought it would be fun for some more manly cards, but also great for the kissing technique. Cute little Henry Says stamp set. And I have had some questions on this. I believe that they just hand cut out these hexagons, which to me is crazy, but it can be done if you really want to add the different colors to that honeycomb embossing. There is the Chow Baby stamp set that has a coordinating punch. The 7/8 inch scallop circle punch is new. And there's also the Petite Curly Label punch will coordinate with these other stamps. That punch is available during Celebration, which starts January 22nd, and you can get that punch for free with a $50 order. Another bundle that you can get is a Secret Garden stamp set with the coordinating framelit dies. I love the look of the kind of punched out, cut out flowers on cards, but I would never take the time to fussy cut all those, so I love that there's a framelit die to match that. A giant butterfly, if you like those. Also, another fun thing is this Pop-Up Posies designer kit. And that comes with an individual stamp that says just for you. And this is how the kit comes. So it's got some pre-cut flowers and little, I'm not sure what you call these. Trying to look in here for what they call them. But there's some paper tags and some covered brads and just different pieces that you can layer and put together. You can put together some tags to put on gifts, or you could definitely put these on more elaborate cards or scrapbook pages. Lots of different options for that. Someone mentioned to me that this seaweed stamp would be great for backgrounds. That's the By the Tide stamp set. Some new buttons, and this is the natural trim ribbon. Again, I feel like this would be a good ribbon for guy cards. It's a little bit more manly and rugged looking if you want to use ribbon on your cards. Another fun stamp set is the Feel Goods. And I love, love, love this Spring Sampler stamp set. And I have to confess that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but it is just so darn cute that I think it's a must-have. And if you look down in the corner of this page, there's some samples with them on tags that are on the end of the really skinny, I believe they're 1 inch by 8 inch cello bags with treats in them. So that's very fun. And this set here just makes me laugh because I used to do a lot of cross stitching, but never basic cross stitching like this. I was more into the scenery kind of things, but this is fun and brings back a lot of memories. So if you know a cross stitcher, even that would be fun for kids to learn how to cross stitch. On this next page, we have some Soda Pop tops. And they come in a little container with 2 different sizes. There's the little tiny ones and then the bigger ones. You can flatten these out in your Big Shot. Again, probably like this, you can't really use on a card that you're going to mail unless you're going to use a padded envelope, but definitely on a card that you're going to hand to someone or just on your decorative pieces that you're making for your house. These itty bitty stamp sets, or the itty bitty stamp set, these stamps are itty bitty, and I mean itty bitty. So they come in a little box like this with the stickers and then some instructions that you'll want to read, and then the itty bitty stamps. So what you're going to need to do is take your craft and rubber scissors and cut out these tiny little images. You're going to mount the images on these tiny little blocks. So you would put a stamp image here, the label would go along the side, and then the other stamp image would go on this end of the wood block. So not quite sure what I'm going to do with these, but I just thought they were fun. My girls are into peace signs, and there's just some fun other little stamps that I thought would be cute. I'm actually trying to figure out a way to stamp these on their fingernails because I think that they would love them that way. Another printed kit here. The Simply Scored. This is the new border scoring plate. It's awesome. So what it comes with is this plate that you just put right on top of your Simply Scored board. So you just put the plate on, and then you put your cardstock on, and then you put this template on top. So you take your stylus and you just run it through this template, and you're going to get in the grooves on the plate underneath, and it just gives a cool look to your cardstock. So you can do this for borders on your scrapbook pages. It's full 12 by 12 inches, so you can go all the way down a 12 by 12 inch scrapbook page, or for your cards. It's very fun, and some of the patterns match some of the Stampin' Up! Framelit dies and other things. So that's kind of fun. Cross My Heart stamp set and some ticket stamps. There's another paper piercing pack. This is the Occasions one. I love these. They match some of the framelits and punch shapes so that you can do some paper piercing to go along with those. A new Cloudy Day embossing folder. Kind of fun. Makes the clouds in the background. These cute clips. are cute, haha. They're just little shaped paper clips that you can use as paper clips, or you can use on your cards in fun ways. And again, scrapbook pages would be another fun way to use it. I love the Sunshine and Sprinkles Designer Series paper. Those are my patterns and my kind of colors. The Oh Whale stamp set has a die to match it so that you can cut out the whale. Some new organdy ribbon. And if you're into digital crafting, there's a bunch of new discs and other digital content for My Digital Studio 2, or also you can use it in other digital crafting programs. I love kits, especially when it comes to scrapbooking. I am not very creative with my scrapbook pages, and so I love that they now offer this flower fair. It's a Simply Scrapping kit, and there's also a printed album that's 8x8, and you can get them both together in a bundle and save 15%. I love these, so I'm looking forward to doing some scrapbooking with that set. If you are into dress forms, there's a new stamp set, and then there's also new dies that go with it. There's the card base pop and cuts that makes the base card. You can put this dress form pop and cuts inside of this die, and it'll give you the dress form pop-up. And then there's also the framelit die. So you can see they use that all on this card here. Personally, for me, way too putsy still, but I think it's easier with the dies than it would be if you were trying to hand cut and measure those kinds of things. So that's kind of fun and maybe something you want to try. I love this new pinwheel die, and people have pointed out that yes, you can cut your own pinwheels pretty easily, but this die makes it even easier. So when it punches it out, it has the extra little room here. It already has the holes punched out where you need it. So you just go around and you layer each hole on top of the next one. And this is one of those things that when you're on camera is harder than when you're not. But you're going to layer the holes and then put a brad right through the center there to get a little pinwheel. So I think those are so cute. And then the Wishes Your Way stamp set, great greetings that you're going to be able to use over and over again. And I love how you can use Blowing Wishes Your Way with the little pinwheel sizzlet die. And then there's some of the digital content there. And then finally on this last page, these are some things that were in the holiday catalog that are being carried over. You can still get them. So these aren't new things, but things that you can still get. A couple new Hostess sets, and the Hostess sets you can get even online. You don't have to host a workshop. If you place $150 order or more, you get to pick free Hostess benefits. So you get to pick $25 free, and you can use those Hostess dollars towards the Hostess stamp sets or towards anything in the catalog. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Stampin' Up! Spring catalog with me. If you would like to order some of these new products, you can go to my website at www.inkitupwithjessica.com and just click the Shop Now button at the top.